Well, good morning. Hello. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Emily. And please do me a favor. If you're watching my videos, can you just hit the subscribe, like, share, ring the bell, whatever you're supposed to do? Because if you're watching and you're not doing that, well, that's just rude. Anyway, I had a lot of questions, especially on my Instagram. Again, if you're not following me on Instagram, please go ahead and follow me at Mama Moines. And I did just a short little video on my Instagram, a story about my visit back home to see my dad, who's in the hospital after having, I think, his third stroke. And it was all about forgiveness. And I get it. I get it. It is hard to forgive. It is hard to forgive people when you feel like you have been done wrong, when you have been mistreated, when you have been disrespected, when you have been abused. I get it. I really do. I am 58 years old. And for the first time, I can honestly tell you, for the first time in my life, after seeing him in the hospital, weak, nonverbal, extremely emotional, crying nonstop, it took me back. And I have not had a relationship with my father for, I'm going to say I'm 58, 50 years. I think when I became older and I started to really understand the dynamic of the relationship he had with my mother, who, by the way, has been with him since she's 15 years old, was kind of forced to marry him at 17. If my mother, who really took the brunt of all the abuse, there's 4 girls, he was never abusive to the girls, ever, to any of us. He was not emotionally available, ever. He was very cold, distant, aggressive with my mother, with his wife, but not really with us. But because we did see how he treated my mother, who, by the way, deserves a medal, she is a saint, we all really disconnected from him emotionally. And he can be rude, dismissive, not kind, dare I say even racist. And so we all, the girls, none of us have a relationship with him. But for the first time in 58 years, after having spent the weekend at the hospital with him and watching my mother, who, like I said, took the brunt of it, watching her offer kindness, compassion, gentleness, consideration, grace, I thought, who am I to be angry for her and not be forgiving because of her, when she is the one that has completely, clearly forgiven. I'm sure she hasn't forgotten. It's such a complex relationship with those two. But my point to this video, and it's not going to be a long one because I've already done a video on this, is that the moment I decided that I needed to let it go and stop blaming him for how my life turned out, because he wasn't the man that I needed in my life to show me, to teach me how to have a relationship with a partner, how to find that man that was loving and sweet and kind and gentle and respectful to his wife, because I've been divorced twice. And I know that I probably was holding the blame, a lot of the blame, on him. And I had to let go of that and take responsibility for my own actions. But more importantly, I had to stop blaming him and not forgiving him on behalf of my mother, because she has. So he did her wrong, And she cries. She misses him. Like I said, the dynamic is something that is so mind-boggling to me. But yet here he is on his deathbed, and she has demonstrated nothing but compassion towards him on his final hours. And I do believe that they are his final hours. And I'm telling you, watching that for me was such an eye-opener, because here I am carrying resentment, anger, bitterness, animosity towards him. I'm carrying it. It's in me. It is weighing me down. It's not weighing her down. Her heart is open. I could cry again. I'm not going to. I did this on my last video. So my point is, I had so many questions on, I'm not ready to forgive. How did you reach that? I'm not going to forgive my ex-husband. I'm not going to forgive my son who betrayed me. I'm not going to forgive. Well, what happens, like me, when you don't forgive? You carry the anger. You carry the resentment. You just carry it, and it's heavy. It's heavy. I don't want to feel heavy. I don't want it to bog me down. I just want to be happy. I want to let it go. I want to release all of the negative feelings inside of me and just let them go. And I've done that. I've done that. And I can feel like I have no regrets at the end of the day. And I'm at the point where I can make peace with it and let him go, knowing that I'm gonna cry. I can let him go, knowing that I forgive you. And it's so healing, you guys. It really is so healing. Unburden yourself with the anger and the hate and the resentment. Unburden yourself and forgive. I feel preachy today. I don't want to be preachy. I just want to share with you how I've had this epiphany, and I just feel I have not cried over my dad in 50 some years. He has not brought me one single tear. And lately, all I do is cry. It's just the release. And it feels really good. So if you can bring yourself to forgive whoever it might be in your life, do it for you. Don't do it for them. Do it for you. Release yourself of that. And so how have I been able to do it? I think the biggest part was watching my mother, who really was the victim in this whole thing of the abuse, and her life. I should write another book just on her life. It'd be a bestseller. And she has the grace to forgive. So I watch her, and it inspires me to not have a heavy heart, because she doesn't. And that's why, the biggest reason why I had that epiphany, just watching her and how she conducted herself with him in that hospital. Admirable, truly. That's it. Anyway, every time I have this on, I'm going to help my daughter in her grooming salon. And so that's what I'm going to do today, because puppies make me happy. Find your happy today. Bye, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't be rude.